Has anyone else noticed a lot of things going on in life, a lot of death, a lot of nightmares, a lot of worst case scenarios in a lot of people's lives? My personal belief is that Satan is extremely active right now. Why? Who knows? Is he getting desperate? Because I do believe we are in the last 1,000 years before Christ returns. I don't know what position we are. I think maybe within the last 800 years. That's just, my own personal thoughts and feelings on it. But I think Satan's getting restless, and I think he's coming after everybody and anyone and everyone. And it just seems like in this world, and with talking with people, values are pretty much gone. I mean, of course, sure, there's some people that still have strong values in life, but for the most part, for most people, values are out the window. I talk with my friends that are younger, that are still dating, and they tell me that when they meet a girl or a guy and they both like each other, so they start dating, as soon as things get hard, for whatever reason, if it's distance, if it's finances, whatever reason, or if there's conflict, instead of following the traditions of our grandparents and our parents of, okay, conflict, let's work it out, my friends tell me they just move on to somebody else, break up, move on, because it's easier to just break up with someone and go find someone else at a bar, online, than it is to actually want to build a life with someone. So most of my friends tell me about the hop generation. I don't know if anyone else has heard that term yet, but they say it's called the hop generation, where problems come up, hop to another person, hop to another girl, hop to another guy. The values of our grandparents and a lot of our parents, gone. After all, why work on something with somebody else? Why build a life with someone when you could just hop to someone new and have a whole new experience, have a whole new honeymoon phase? Well, the problem with that is you keep hopping, you're never going to learn how to build a life with somebody, because it's not about the easy times, it's about the easy and hard times that you face together. You see, two people grow together. That's the whole point of marriage. It's not, well, you still be individual until you die and I'll still be individual until I die. No, it's about two people becoming one, building, growing, learning together, withstanding Satan's attacks, withstanding the opposite of the world, because the world pushes the hop generation. They love it. The world loves people hopping around, never solving their problems. And I've seen that on the financial side of things as well. On the finances, people don't understand. They just, hop on another credit card, hop into more debt, hop into another lease. I've had this vehicle for a couple years now. Let's roll the lease into another vehicle. So not only do we owe on a new vehicle, now we're rolling in the debt from the other vehicle that we were leasing. Like, this generation, it blows my mind. It blows my mind, and I don't know who's really to blame, to be honest with you guys, because our education system sucks. It's our government sucks, because our government, if you learn from the government, well, you're just gonna fail in life, because the government can't even get their spending in control when it comes to finances. So there's so much going on right now, so much, and it's like we need something to switch it around. But the thing is, Satan's using all of this to his advantage. He loves the hop generation. He loves the broke generation. He loves the complaining generation. He loves it all. The thing is, though, will people wake up and realize? I think so, because history always repeats itself in all scenarios. So far to date, from the beginning of time, history has always repeated itself. So I don't know. It's an interesting world we live in. It's an interesting world. So to those who are Christian, keep a watchful eye. Keep a watchful eye. Put on the full armor of God. Go to war if you have to for the things that matter, because I feel it's not going to get any easier. It's going to be like a roller coaster. So with what I mean by that, I think we're going to see in our nation really pushes for Christ, and then deep falls, pushes, deep falls, deep and pushes. But I do have to say this. At the end of the day, a lot of people forget to realize that God's in control no matter what. Good, bad, whatever happens in life, God is in control, and what's going to happen is going to happen. So a lot of people get really uptight about presidential elections, or a lot of people get really uptight about specific things. You have to remember that God is in control and God allows things to happen. Our human minds, as brilliant as they are, could not even comprehend God's plans. Couldn't even understand them if we tried. If God laid everything out perfectly for us, we would still question, well, why would you do this? Why don't you just go do this way? Or, instead of giving my life a zigzag and pains and troubles, why don't you just give me a little bit so I learn a little bit and this way? So we need to learn and to trust in God. That's why don't live with the heart of fear. So that's why when I say all this stuff, about the generations and the dating and financial stuff, I'm not living in fear over that. These are just vlogs, walking with Scott vlogs, talking about different stuff. So definitely don't live in fear, because at the end of the day, he's in control. Just learn. My best advice for everybody is to learn knowledge, learn health, learn fitness, learn finances, learn how to communicate with your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Just learn, soak up knowledge, because the greatest thing about this generation and this time that we're living in, all information's free right now. Anything you need to know, or
total distance 1 mile.
So you can find all information that you need to know on all things. I mean, you can find out how to build a car. You can find out how to bake anything that your heart desires, or build anything. You can even learn how to build your own house. I mean, all of this is out there. Everything that you need to know in life. So learn, seek knowledge, take notes, write your own books on stuff. And good luck, my friends. It's not easy for any of us. We're all out here fighting. And the hardest battle that we're fighting is not of flesh and blood. So I'll try and remind yourself of that. We're not just fighting against flesh and blood. Trust me, we are fighting against flesh and blood on very many things. But it's not that simple. We're also fighting against things that are not of flesh and blood, and things that we can't see. So we'll see.